Okay, fellas, welcome back to another episode of Your True Sons, brought to you by the Players Lounge. I am one of your hosts, Kevin Rutland, here with Jeremy Macklin and Sean Witherspoon. It's a tougher week for us, but duty calls, so we're still back at the table, man. Gonna have a great time tonight discussing Mizzou's game and discussing implications of a loss this early in the season, what we should do for the rest of the season to make sure that we get a chance at the playoffs. So let's get right into it, J-Mac. Let's talk offensively. What did you see that could have been better? What did we do, well? We did some good things. What could have been better that could have given us the edge to eclipse, the 27-point mark and win that game, man? What do you think we could have done?
Well, I think the one thing that I thought would come up came up, right? The ability for us to pass the ball when we had to pass the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we just did not do that very well. They were determined that I'd let Hardy beat them, which they did a
Mm-hmm.
good job. Um, Still, he only had 12 carries. I mean, listen, if you gonna do it, like give him 20, right? We know he's
Right.
a bell. We know he's a horse. Like give him 20 and see what he does with, see what he does with that. But man, there was some times where they came out, played man-to-man coverage, and said, "Bo, hey, you got to make a read. You got to receivers got to get open. You got to throw the ball to the right spot." And we just didn't do that very well. So um, that being said, we still had an opportunity there in the end to go out there and win the football game. And it looks like we probably had a guy open on that last pick. And for whatever reason, man, he didn't see Marquise out there on the hitch or whatever they call it out there. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, but we just didn't do enough in the pass game, to be able to get the job done. I thought collectively as a team we ran the ball fairly decent. I think we
Mm-hmm.
still averaged about 6 yards a carry. Ran the ball for over 160 yards. Uh, just in the pass game, man, we fell short.
Yeah. You heard the commentators kind of talking about that last play, and even I think that was Johnson who was open. It was kind of jumping up and down, you know what I mean? And throughout the game, the commentators kind of hinted like saying, hey, you know what? Mizzou just does not have a deep threat. And it's kind of weird to hear that because last year when we had Luther, Johnson was the deep threat. You know what I mean? It was kind of like all he was known for.
Yeah, he,
So,
he still is a deep threat. So I think
yeah.
sometimes commentators just talk just to talk,
Okay.
and there's no disrespect to them, but I think you got to fill the space with something, right? So all of a sudden the pass game's not working, you got to say something. Um, for me, right, I think it came down to, um, just one like it was almost like you didn't pass until you had to, and then when you had to pass, they
Mm,
know it's coming, and then here comes the sticky man-to-man coverage. And what are the routes are we running? We running routes to defeat bumper run coverage, defeat man coverage, or we running zone beaters. I think there was a bunch of that came into it, man.
okay.
And even on that last play, Bo throws a better ball. There's a window there to get to, you know,
Yeah.
to make the play. I think he might have fell in love with the guy because one had made some plays in that game. He made a play down the sideline, caught the touchdown. I think he might have fallen in love with the guy and not
Hmm.
necessarily the concept. And I think that kind of came back and bit us.
I agree. I thought it was, you know what, my mind's made up. I'm going to this guy. That's what it looked like. Now, granted, I'm not a quarterback. I've never played it at that level, so I don't know what goes into that with a play call. I'm not sure if he was told, hey, this is your first option, whatever it took. But it did seem that way. And ultimately, we came up short, right? Spoon, let's talk defense for a little bit. I had some strong feelings as we text throughout the game early on, but talk to me about what you saw from the defense going against who in Ty Simpson. I think people are calling him the Heisman favorite. How do you think we did in that game, considering some of the offensive woes that we did have?
Man, I think, just in the beginning of the game, I know we were texting a little bit about our kids being a little bit too fired up in
Mm-hmm.
that game. It's kind of tough when, you're one of your captains and leaders is, getting a penalty for taunting, and it's not even a play that he made, like go celebrate with your guys, like man just made a play. Let him do the flexing. We gotta wait for him to do his move, and then we chime in, just stamp it, And so he already made the play, and I think that was
Mm-hmm.
one of the big plays in the game that started them off, where they were able to match our drive that we opened up
Yes.
with, and I think that just puts you, in a position where it's a little bit tighter, it's a little bit harder, and you're gonna have opportunities in the game. We know Nine
Mm-hmm.
is gonna make plays for us, but I think looking back, he'll look at that and say, man, that's where I can get better at. And then he got off the ball. at the end of the second part of that drive, he got off the ball a little early on the
Mm-hmm.
third drive that extended their drive and gave them an opportunity. But the defense as a whole, they look like a good defense. It's just that when you can't get negative run yards on first and second, not negative run yards, but I mean, you can't defend the run to the point where it's 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just kind of puts a little bit more pressure on the coordinator to want to dial up something. And then later on, they might be able to dial up something when they know you're trying to dial up something to stop their run game. And I thought Cam Miller was the difference in the game. And when he left the game, it became a little bit easier for us. But I was impressed with the way our secondary played, the way they hit. It was tough to see number one get kicked out of the game with such a good hit. It's tough because it's a bang play. And
yes,
to have to leave the game and probably can't even play the first half of this week is insane. They got to do
that was
something.
A questionable call in my opinion.
I think so too.
Is
man.
it just me?
Okay. They got to do something about that rule. I know it's tough. You want to let guys know, like, hey, you can't be doing this. But sometimes, man, you got to look at it. Sometimes you got to say, hey, we just got to wave this one away. But sometimes the hit is so violent that, it just is.
Yeah. Yeah, when a guy
that
goes
also-
down and doesn't get up,
Yeah.
that adds something to it. Yeah.
It's tough, man. It's always going, you want to err on the side of caution to help the kids out. But I think that's what hurt us, in that instance in the game. Secondary just not coming up big on the 4th down plays. When they can't kick the ball, I realize, like, okay, this is an opportunity. They're going to have to go for it on 4th down. It's going to be tough to run it against us on 4th down. But 4th and 8, hitting the 29-yard outcut down the field is something that, man, we talked about those things happening early in the year, and I think it went back to our discipline. You see him throw it, or you see that ball coming in, when you're in man coverage, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see that guy catch the ball. So some good things out there for sure, some stuff to build on. And, it doesn't get any easier here. We got to go to Auburn and play some ball. So it's a lot to be up for. It's a lot out there. The ranking is still pretty decent. I know we'll talk about that. But it's still a great opportunity for us to go out this week and get back on the right track, man. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So I want to talk to both of y'all about momentum of the game, because we talked throughout the game, right, Frank? And the extra set of downs on the penalty, you know what I mean? I really think if you take away that play, now I know you got to play all 4 quarters. Trust me, I get it. But when an opposing team comes into your home field and you have an electric atmosphere, a 3 and out would have been huge. You know what I mean? We already went down and scored, 6-play drive. You know what I mean? We already went down and scored. We're geared up, ready to do it again. I'm not saying Bama doesn't fight their way back into that game. I'm just saying we have a little bit more wiggle room, kind of like you said, Spoon, to kind of carry us a little bit further. Maybe a couple more calls go our way. What you guys think, Matt? Yeah, talk to me.
I think there's 5 plays in that game. Granted, I think there's 5 of them. I think the one is the taunting. It's 3rd and 20. It's 3rd and 20 if that doesn't happen.
And that was a great play that corner made, by the way.
Absolutely. You got the taunting. You got the throw by Ty Simpson on 4th down that the guy caught on Toriano Pride. You can't put the ball in any better place than that.
That was an amazing throw.
Huge play. Huge play. You got the 4th down fake punt that we went for that I actually loved the call. We just did not get it. And I thought had Jamal, and once again, Jamal's a phenomenal running back. I thought if he stayed in there, I thought he's going to go get it. I think he bounced it a little too soon. But great play by them. They were up for it. You then got the onside kick, which is very questionable. Once again, I think when you got 3 timeouts, you kick the ball deep. Now you start that drive maybe at your 40, not at where they started at. So that's
It's about 30-yard difference.
Yeah. And then obviously the pick at the end of the game. I think those 5 plays, man. Now, I'm one of the people that believe that every single play can affect the outcome of a game. I truly believe that.
Real.
Now, there's plays where I call them like gotta have it moments, right? Like, and those 5 get highlighted a little bit more for me. And I think those 5 plays truly change the outcome of the game. Now, in the mix of that game, like I talked about, the lack of passing game, we talked about, like, because on the flip side, Bama ran the ball 43 times, right? Like, who would have thought Bama would have had more rushing yards than us? I mean, more rushing attempts than us.
Attempts. Off control.
Right? Attempts, right? Like,
they had the ball for a long time in that game.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, that also, like, now granted, when you get stuffed on 1st down, you kind of, as a coordinator, you're like, oh man, it's second and 10. Like, what do I do here? Like, call another one. You know what I
And
mean?
you're down. You're second and 10 and you're down.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think that, once again, I love Kirby. I love what he's been doing. So I'm not challenging him. I'm not saying he could have. I'm just saying like it also makes it Kev tough where you're passing the ball and obviously passing situations. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
Uh,
right.
but I think those 5 plays. You talk about momentum. You talk about um, those gotta have it moments. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because if you look at everything else, I mean, at the end of the day, we outgained them. Even though I think that's a little misleading.
It is.
Um,
Yeah.
we did have more turnovers. They had more first downs. They had
Mm-hmm.
more passing yards. But here's the deal: they were averaging over 300 some yards passing SEC play. We held them to 200. Right?
Right.
They had 2.9 yards per carry. You know what I mean? So like,
We did a good job.
yes,
We
it's
did a
just
good job, man. We did a
those
good
moments
job.
that we had to have, we didn't have them. So
So you said you're the kind of guy that thinks every play has an effect on the outcome of a game. I've never been a coach at your level, so I've never seen it that way. As a player, I have been able to like remember all of my bad plays, especially when we lose a game. 'Cause I'm thinking, you know what? If I would have made that play, we would have won the game. You know what I mean? Spoon, is that kind of how you look at the game, or are you more of a, hey, it's a 4-quarter game. You got to play all quarters, every second, every minute, every quarter to win a game.
Well, you never know which play is going to be the play. So that's the mindset I've always had as a player. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
mindset I've always had, if I've been working with kids, even coaching, depending on what level, because I want to be able to bring all of me into each situation,
Yeah.
because if I start acting like, we'll get it back on this,
yeah,
that's that stuff where it can kind of get tricky and that becomes like something that can be contagious to a team. Like, oh, I'll get it right, coach. My bad on this one. I'll get it
Mm-hmm.
right. So I'm all the way with Jeremy on that, but I do understand what you're saying there. I think this game, we're talking about plays. I feel like we came in and we did what we did. We ran our scheme. We did everything how we normally do it. They were just able to run the ball on early downs a little bit better than us and
hmm
get those first downs to continue to, stretch out those drives. Even when we still had a chance in this game, even with the way they dominated
We did.
the ball control. This was a Jimmy's and Joe's game, man. This was the Heisman Trophy candidate running back that we all been saying, this is put your foot in the ground, run over the secondary guy, boom, crib one. This is Zion getting a sack, get the ball out, not just getting the sack. Let's get the ball out.
Mm-hmm.
Stewart as well. Or Wilson, not Stewart. Smith had a good sack, 19, but Wilson, like guys got to get the ball out. We didn't have that defining play. Like, oh, this is like they got a 4th and 8 when they needed it. We didn't have those moments where, like Jeremy said, our got to have it. And I think that's really what it came down to. And I know our best players will be looking at themselves like, man, we got to bring it on the road to Auburn. So we can't put our team in a situation where they're looking at us like they normally look at us, and we just kind of Neanderthal and through the game. And I mean, who knows
Yeah.
the reason, the scheme, the actual read that a running back may have on a run where he cut differently than the line block, just
Yeah.
simple
Yeah.
things like that. But you got to take the ownership in it because our best players didn't get off, and our quarterback looked like our Achilles heel in the game. And I think that's right now what the SEC is going to look at, and they're going to be trying to come at that, like make 9 beat you. And I think he can. I really think he can. He showed the poise on that last drive. And Mac talked about that onside kick that we kind of telegraphed because we did it before.
Yeah.
Before we actually did the kick. I think it maybe has a little bit more surprise element, but at the same time, this teams know that this is a good Missouri team. But can they beat you when the game is on the line against the big dogs in the big show? And I think that's going to be the story of us. And the guys have a chance to go out there and write it. And I think with Drink at the leadership, Kirby calling the plays, Batoon on defense doing this thing, we should still be all right. Everything is still there. It's just a tough week for us, but that makes practice a little bit more, like, okay, it's that much more important, guys, because we don't have that wiggle room now.
So look, talking to 2 coaches right now, and you two, we're at week 7, right? We're 5-1. You're week 7. Not much is going to change in what you do. Am I right or wrong about that?
I think you're right.
So we're going into Auburn next week, right? It's our first away game, and Auburn's they're not a bad football team. I think their record isn't kind of reflective of how good they actually are, but I don't think we're gonna wake up Saturday. Actually, it's a night game. and watch Mizzou throw the ball up and down the field. I don't think that's going to be the case. I'm not sure if we're going to wake up Saturday and watch Mizzou's secondary play lights out coverage all game. What do you do as a coach to change those two things? It seems like we need those things to get over the hump. What do we change? What do you do? Or is Auburn a team where we can get by and win the game doing what we've always been doing? What do you got?
I think you are who you are. I think we want to run the football, right? I think we run the football to potentially set up the pass, right? I do think that there's ways you can go in and kind of revamp it. Like I'm telling you right now, like there's a reason why the last couple of weeks that I've been saying, hey, we need to be able to throw these, throw those in-breaking man breeders or corner routes or digs or comebacks or curls, hitch. Like I've been saying it. So like, sometimes like the cool stuff, the shallow cross where he gets lost and he's blocking first and sneaking the tight end, like it's all cool, right? Until everybody's accounted for it, then what are we running to help these guys get open? Like, are these guys like are we giving these guys routes, man to man beating routes? Because right now the way you play us is like let's put as many guys around the box as we can, right? To stop 29, 20, and even 9 from running the football.
Even 9, yes.
And like, hey, these receivers now, you gotta beat us. And here's what's so crazy. I think our receiving core is pretty dang on good.
I think so.
Like Kevin Coleman can win
yes.
routes.
Yes.
Tight ends like they can all win routes. The question is are we giving these guys the plays to go out there and do it? Once again, I don't want to sound like I'm questioning Kirby. I'm not. I don't. Like I do think he's a great play caller. I do think that once these guys are saying, hey, Hardy's not going to beat me, Roberts, you're not going to beat me, Bo, you're not going to beat me on Q run game. Okay, what's the counter?
Okay. So, well, I'll come back to that, J-Mac. I want to get the spoon real quick about defense and secondary. I think our defense is still pretty good. I think we went against a very talented Alabama team. But similar to offense, I think we may have the playmakers, especially with our front seven. We have the playmakers that can win the one-on-one battles. Can our secondary win one-on-one battles late in the game or on obvious passing downs? Can we get to that, or do we have to or is it scheme? Do we change something up?
Nah.
What do you think it is, Boom?
I don't think so. I think you stick to your guns. You trust in the guys that you work with every day. That's why Kirk ain't calling some of them plays because he called them in practice, and the defense probably take the ball away from him. He's like, we just
That's
can't
not it.
do that, And I feel like on defense, you gotta keep your notes as well. Like things that you do well, you gotta lean into that a little bit more. I think physicality is something that needs to show up a little bit more for us this week in the run game on first and second down. I think that would be the main thing from the game, physicality on first and second down, not having a team be on time during the whole game. Now, the thing is, I can't speak much about Auburn's crew because I don't know that much about them. But going into the Alabama game, I studied them quite well, and I knew that this quarterback was playing great, and he had a lot of guys on that team, a lot of guys catching the ball guy came in from Miami, number 1. Brian Williams didn't have a catch.
No.
And they still found a way to make a play at the end of the game right on time, So it's about this week for us will be we're better than you.
Yeah.
We stop the run.
Yeah.
And we're better than you, Auburn. Like you shouldn't be able to go out here and throw this ball around against us. Auburn's going to be a tough football team. They want to run the ball as well. If
they
we
do.
Stop the run the way we stopped the run against all these other teams, Bama was able to get it going a little bit, but we just got to stop the run and then win the gotta-have-it situations. Yeah. And I think our team will be good enough to go out there and run the football 35, 40 times and go out there and win a game on the road.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say this real quick.
Yeah.
Right? This Auburn team is a good football team, right? They lost to Oklahoma when the Q was healthy, right?
Yes.
They lost to Texas A&M by 6.
And
then, they lost to Oklahoma on the road by 7. Texas A&M on the road by 6. And honestly, that Georgia game, had they generated just a little bit more offense.
Just a little bit.
Like, bro, this is a good football team.
If we go down
to what part of Bama they in?
Auburn.
if we go to Auburn and we don't bring our A game, we can get beat.
I
Like,
agree, Mac. I just think you talk about the number one defense in the country, and they held Alabama to numbers that look like, like kind of like a game you probably should win if your offense plays the right way. I think if we stop that run and we go out and we're able to run the football, that we're a better football team than them. But you're right. You go in there messing around. This, like we talk about every week, these teams will get on you, man. And you talk about the Georgia game. I mean, if I don't even know if that was a true fumble. I mean, I kind of think they
true.
hold.
Facts.
Expecting some bad calls. This week we played it for homecoming last year. We had to have Brady come out the room and really do his thing. The year before that, I want to say, I think we missed like an extra point at the end of the game and took it into overtime and made it very interesting. So this is a team that you definitely going to have to put away. You're totally right about that. I just believe that our 5-1 Tigers are pretty good too, man. And I think if we can get the offense going, like it's been going, we can get some hardy runs, some big plays from Bo with his legs, and some of those gimmies on offense. Some of the gimmies. We got to find some gimmies, man. When I played with Kyle Shanahan, he found a way to get his quarterback some gimmies, man. It was like you just knew, like everybody over here reacted to this, and that ball is going over here, and ain't nobody gonna have a chance to touch it. I watched Mike Jones throw the ball for him now. Like you just got to dial something up to where they're covered so dang well that your quarterback trusts it so much that he's going to give his receiver a chance. And we got the guys that can make those plays.
So I love that point, Spoon, because now I have a question for J-Mac. We talked about the receivers, and you talked about putting them in positions to, be successful, right? Whether it's the route concept or whatnot. I'm wondering if in SEC play, middle of the season kind of play, is it time to just say, hey, I think my man is better than your man? That could be just a go route. When does that happen? Do we have the talent to get that?
I like number one with it.
Yeah, we only threw one.
That's
right? and we completed it.
It was successful.
And that's the thing about it. When you throw balls up and a quarterback gives the receiver a chance.
Yes.
Right? It's with how talented receivers are and that's a tough ball to defend. Because
it is.
A lot of times if you defend it correctly, like you probably grabbing a little bit, and depending on what crew you got, like they gonna call it on you.
Throw it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I do think that sometimes it's just, hey, my guy is better than your guy. Or hey, I trust my guy that he's gonna go out there and one, make the play, or two, draw pass interference. So I think sometimes I wish we would just be like, okay, hey, we're taking this shot to number 2 right here no matter what. Hey, we're taking this shot to Coleman right here. Hey, we're taking this shot to 1. Hey, Manning's in. Manning's a big body receiver. Hey, back shoulder here. We all know the back shoulder fade is the toughest thing to defend in football.
Yes.
Right? That's essentially what one caught, right? Now, it wasn't necessarily on that trajectory, but it was
right. But
back
he stopped,
shoulder.
Made a play, yeah.
So, I just,
that's just my question is that an option?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay. Now, because I'm trying to think about.
It must not be an option with the way they practice and the way the coach is calling the game, because I don't understand how you don't do that with these type of guys. You pay this guy come in from Mississippi State, 1,000-yard receiver, and where are the opportunities for these guys to go out and show what they can do and give the quarterback that confidence? Because sometimes when you get that man coverage and you got a chance to take that shot over there, man, it can make a guy feel like, the confidence that it can give to the quarterback is just what I'm like, wow,
yes.
we're not trying that, because at the end of the game, he looked like a dude. We're coming down, we're driving, look like we're about to go score this thing. They were playing tight coverage. They trying to get after us. Oh, we hitting it. I'm like, man, that looked good. And then the last play that he threw was a pick, and I thought it was just marginal that era, and maybe he could have went somewhere else like we talked about.
Right. We never know.
Situations so we can see who these guys are and give them a chance to show you that they can do it, and trust them, man. You got to trust them.
I agree.
I will say this. Sometimes watching us from an offensive standpoint,
okay,
it's almost like you get these really good high school football teams, and all they do is they do what they do it very well, and they wait for you to beat yourself. What they say is, we're not going to beat ourselves. We're going to be more disciplined than you. We're going to let you beat yourself. So I'm not going to do anything out of my comfort zone. I'm not going to do anything that I don't think that we necessarily. It's not even the fact that we're not good at. It's just like everything. Every time I pass the ball is very opportunistic, right? It's always like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like kind of like almost sneaky, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
sometimes you gotta line up and you gotta play ball. Like sometimes you gotta line up and you gotta run a hitch route. Sometimes you gotta line up and you gotta run a slant route versus press coverage.
Yes. That's
Like
what I'm
that's
asking.
yeah, we got the guys to do it. Like, and I know Spoon's saying is that maybe some they see something we don't see. But
Great
like
But
point.
as
I don't know
far as
why
I
they
know,
being
like
so vanilla with it.
them some dudes we got, man.
Yeah,
Like you mean to
yeah.
tell me there's no reason why like I'm looking over on the other side of the bar and they got but like I'm looking at our receiving core. You got Manning, you got Coleman, you got Johnson, you got I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. What's how you pronounce his last name?
The tight end?
No,
We call him
Norfleet, but
Big
I'm talking
O,
about
number one.
yeah,
Big
like
Oh,
O.
big. Oh, yeah, yeah.
we got all these guys. And I'm just like, where are our deep 10-yard out routes and all
Yeah,
like
just go out there and win.
like I don't
Beat
know.
your
But like
man.
once again, like I don't I for all my view of all the viewers, right? All our viewers, I don't want to make it seem like I'm questioning. I'm just wondering like why is that something that we're deficient in right now?
Hey,
Okay.
I got to take it back even further, Mac.
What's
I
that,
remember
Spoon?
we played Texas Tech, man. We got, I mean, not Texas Tech, when we played Texas. When we went down to Texas, my junior year, I think your redshirt sophomore year, Kevin, redshirt sophomore year, they ran zone right, zone left, pulled the ball off the zone, run boot, and took shots. I guarantee, bro, that's
Yeah.
all they did to beat people, bro. And we run the zone so well, but I don't think I've seen the boot as much. You know, it kind of we're not really coming off of that zone and turning our
Yeah.
back to the defense. You know, using the athleticism of our quarterback that way. That's one thing I like to do. You know, I like to get you going one way, and then when your linebackers get a little nosy, whoop! I even like to start the game off with a bootleg because people want to go get that tackle for loss right
Yeah.
away.
Everybody's amped up.
Just
Yeah.
right to the flat right now. I would like to see that open up a little bit more because when you run the ball so well, people have to dedicate bodies to it, and they also have to take chances. So it would be nice to see a little bit more of that. Maybe that can help with the passing game. I
Mm-hmm.
saw quarterbacks that that maybe not great quarterbacks dropping back throwing the ball, but if you can get the defense going one way and they can handle the ball, boom, with the ball handling and pull it out, just hit something to the flat right now and get you 10, 11 yards. You get a cornerback tackling the 250-pound tight end. You might hurdle him, just like Norfleet likes to do. It's just to get the game going. But you don't have to be that complicated with the scheme. But I just believe that we just gotta, man, our dude's better than you. Like just throw it. Like
Yeah,
Alabama.
he's better
I
than
don't
you.
see Kool-Aid McKinstry over there. I don't see Fitzpatrick over there. I didn't see not that guy that was
Well,
looking at Norfleet on the
I saw
sideline.
I saw a 6'2" freshman quarter though.
That's a big guy, but
It's a big
that,
hit.
that
It's a
wasn't number
big
one. That
hit.
was run out of bounds when Norfleet caught that ball, was it?
No, it wasn't him. It
No,
was
no,
the boy
yeah,
that
it
got
was.
the game sealing pick.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
I
big
don't
guy.
know much about him. I just know he's
I got
6'4". They
you.
were talking about it
it's a big
on the
hit. It's a big
broadcast.
hit.
And that's why I think we're good now. I think we're
Mm-hmm.
recruiting like SEC schools. You look at our defense. We big, we fast, we
But
physical.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We
Mm-hmm.
got some secondary guys back there. We got the line now. We can run the ball on you. Now it's time for that I want to call it marksmanship. You know what I'm saying? That
Mm.
you gotta have that little, okay, I see you over there, bro. I nod my head. Okay, I see. Like that's what when we get that,
Yes.
that's when we'll beat those teams with those back shoulder balls. That's when you'll see coaches take chances and stuff. But up until we do it, I guess we'll just run that zone, and hopefully if we can run that zone. Now I ain't scared. I mean, we run that zone. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody gonna stop it if you can run it, But
Right.
yeah.
Right.
when you
Right.
can't get it how you want to get it on first down, it's just gonna make it a little bit tough for us, man. But we're a hell of a ball club, man. I ain't trying
We
to
are.
short them at all. Like hell of a ball club.
Absolutely,
Right where we want to be
absolutely,
too.
Right.
absolutely.
I like that, Spoon, because we are a hell of a ball club. So let's talk about moving forward. You're sitting at 5-1 with one loss being to Alabama, who I think one of the best teams in the country, right?
They tough.
Bama, Miami, Ohio State. Y'all know last year I would have never said this. Indiana. I think Bama's up there with those four teams. You know what I mean? Moving forward, 5-1, and we drop another game to, let's say, I would have said Oklahoma, but now it's got to be the A&M. Do we have room to lose to A&M, win out, and still make it to the playoff?
Here's the deal. I think we
Yes.
do, but here's the deal. And I'm gonna go to this way. I think we're gonna pop A&M really, really good.
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's a 10 at minimum 21-point game. I really do. I think we're gonna pop.
And
I love what
they
you're
got to
saying.
come see us
I think
this
we're gonna
time.
pop. They gotta come
They
see
are
us,
going to see
right?
us. Yes. Yes.
So, but no, to answer your question, I think that you can drop one to one of the three remaining ranked teams, and I think we'll still be fine.
No.
Now, I think so.
To Vandy. We can't lose to Vandy.
In Vandy, why not? If Vandy finishes 10-2 and their losses are to
Bama.
Bama and
and
let's say Tennessee, like why not?
it'll make it
Because of the stigma around a school like Vandy. That's why.
Yeah,
I don't care what they're ranked. You lose to them, they're gonna say you lost to Vandy. That's what they're gonna say.
That's not, man. That's old.
That's what I
bro.
would say.
That's old.
Not-
Yeah,
not
that's
this year,
yeah,
Kevin.
but you
Not
don't
this year.
count. You don't count.
They can play, bro.
Oh, you don't give nobody credit, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if Penn State go to the Vanderbilt well again and try to get that coach. Coach, what is it, Leah? I don't even know how to say it. I wouldn't be surprised if they go to that
Ooh.
well and try to get another James Franklin the way they got him up out of there. You know,
Y'all want to talk about that too? Did they let go of him too soon?
No, bro.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I didn't want to jump in there. I
it's-
had to know.
yeah.
Who
Economic.
said no, bro?
Frank, no. Here's my rebuttal. My guy was a play away from playing for the Natty last year.
Well, that part, yeah.
So that's for start. And number two is like your 26 class is already committed.
Yeah.
Right? You got a top class.
They ready to hit the reset. They ready to hit the reset and
For
bring
what?
in
They are.
You there?
bring in his people too. That's doing good.
Are they there?
Yes, bro. Y'all, we all
started
know
off
this, right?
Number 2 in
We
the
all
country,
know
I
this.
think.
And listen, the same thing. This is the same way that I feel about Clemson. It's the same way. Okay. You fired Dabo, right? Look at Dabo's history of what he. And I don't think Dabo's going anywhere. Don't get it twisted.
No.
But I'm saying there's been chatter
Well,
about it.
It's been chatter, yeah.
You fired Dabo. Look what Dabo has. Look at Dabo's tenure. Okay.
He ain't got no
Clemson
natty,
fans
right?
can't sit through a rebuild or a reset. They no, like
That's a good
you're
point.
not going
Natty.
to bring, huh?
Dabo won a natty, man.
You
He
want?
sit up
I
there.
get that, but even James though,
Back.
listen though, even James, in the conference realignment that he has now,
Yes.
Frank, who you gonna go out there to get that's better?
They coming to steal somebody. That's what's going to happen.
It wasn't about getting somebody that's better. It's kind of what it looked like to me. I don't think that's how they thinking, man. I think they thinking
Ooh.
like, man, it must be something behind the closed doors
Mm-hmm.
that's rubbing somebody the wrong way for them to make a $51 million buyout economical decision.
That's
crazy
crazy.
for our economy in the world today. But it has to be deeper than just the wins and losses and the way he's going about things.
They
That's a
said
good
something
point.
about they said something about the new is it Nike? What they said something about that, right?
What's going on?
It's a deal type thing. Like
Apparently they said whatever new endorsement deal they got coming in because Penn State's a what school right now? I think they're Nike, correct?
Were they? Maybe.
And I think they're about to switch to. Somebody said something about a endorsement deal
mm,
that they said essentially fire James Franklin or else.
Oh, my goodness.
If that's
I-
real, what kind of world are we
that
living
is
in?
wild. If that's true, I just seen James Franklin.
Man, I'm gonna look this up.
I ain't like
Sorry.
James Franklin eyes after the game because like the way he be on the field at the end of the game, though, he started looking slow, though. In 3 weeks, bro, so much has changed in Happy Valley, bro. I am like, that is crazy. Northwestern dogging?
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. And the issue is, I think the leash for a lot of coaches will get a lot shorter these days because the decision makers know how much money has gone into getting the top talent.
It's
And
more
it's like,
pressure.
whoa. Yeah, you can't win with the best players in the country.
Okay. I don't
What you
know
got?
if this. I could have got trolled on
Deadspin.
on Twitter. No. So starting next year, they're starting a 10-year deal with Adidas. I believe I could have sworn, right? Because they're currently with Nike. I could have sworn I read Adidas has a hand in James Franklin being fired.
No.
The money is
Okay.
powerful now. The money is powerful.
No.
It is
Look
the
it
money
up.
that do
Look it
the
up.
moves, though. If we can give you 51 to go home, you think somebody that got 100 can't make that decision? Like somebody, hey man, look here, man. We gonna fatten that pig if
Yeah.
y'all get 4 eyes.
But look, that is a great point J-Mac made. Who do you go and get? And I'm thinking you go and you take someone. You come look at a drink with. You come look at how you say his name, Signetti. Or you come talking to some guys.
Okay, so I think if this was 5 years ago, right, it's a no-brainer. You're at IU, you're at Mizzou. Not I ain't gonna say even Mizzou. I hate to throw us in this category because I do feel like we've been pretty established for quite some time.
Well, that's
Now,
true. Yeah.
we don't necessarily get the national recognition. We don't have the Penn State brand. We don't have the Alabama brand. We don't have the Ohio State brand. Oregon.
That may
Like, we
never
don't
happen.
have that brand, and that may
Yeah.
never happen. Or Florida State. Florida State can be god awful. It's still Florida State.
It's still
But how do
Florida
they-
State.
But
Yeah.
for what we talking about on this show, right, and in our like what we want them to be able to do someday, like if you win, you get that. That's the winners.
You think so?
I think those teams won in the era where media was taking over the game and really presenting it to every corner of the world. Those teams were the winning teams, and I think that's why their brand is so strong.
But we haven't seen anyone else crack that
I disagree.
since. Who?
I disagree. So like,
Oregon wasn't a big brand.
but that Oregon got Nike though, so that's a little different.
they
That's a
did
little
have some
different.
But
Like,
Oregon
that's a
wasn't
little
that's a good. Oregon was not a good big brand. You're right.
Crazy.
Okay,
little
so
different.
outside of Oregon, who is jumped into that?
I think Georgia snuck into what they are since
They did.
we've been around.
They
Like
won
that is
two
a
natties in
blue
few
blood.
years. Like
That is a blue blood that paved their way, and now they're submitted. So I do think it's possible.
you got to win.
I do think it's possible. Like,
Okay, I'll give you that.
I mean, who?
I mean, Georgia's never a bad team, but I wouldn't put them in the realm of the Bamas, the Michigans, the Ohio States. You're right. I wouldn't. The Penn States.
Just
The name didn't carry that kind of weight, but now it does.
Now it does. Yes.
Okay.
Texas has been there. Like,
Yeah.
Florida
Oklahoma,
State, Miami, OU. Like,
USC.
you know, I'm
yeah.
trying to think who else has gotten in there since we've been like.
Georgia's probably the only team.
I
I
feel
don't know
like
what other
Clemson.
teams
I feel
got.
like Clemson had a research.
Clemson, yeah, Clemson.
had a
I would
research.
put Clemson in that category now. Clemson. I think, and they
Yeah.
did that. They did that like around like when we've been like I would say alive essentially. Like
That's true.
Kind of like knowing what's going on though.
I would give you. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
So you're saying coming down? So let's not say down, but going and finding a head coach from an established program that's
Gotta
not
call
one of the
Drake.
traditional blue bloods. Is that on the table for them?
Yeah.
Do they
So-
make the call?
But so I guess essentially what I was saying was like, so 7 years ago, yes, if you at IU and you're having a wonderful year and Penn State wants to come get you, you take that job.
Yes.
In today's world, you think about it now. You're like,
You right there. You right there.
I'm already here.
Yeah.
It don't
Well-
it don't matter. Like back then, you have a good year. Your goal was to get out of there and go to one of these. Now,
Can they pay you?
Yeah, but you
Now
got
you
to think
have
Penn
the
State can pay
you
more
have the
than.
leverage to talk to the people. It's like, these folks, if they come, they paying somebody 51 to go home. You know them pockets is deep. You know, like, hey, you.
look
Yeah.
at Matt Campbell at Iowa State, one of the best coaches in college football.
Yeah, I ain't even
They
know his
just
name.
lose.
He just told me.
Here's the deal.
Did they just lose?
It-
Yeah.
Yeah, it don't matter what he does at Iowa State. He's not going nowhere.
What do you mean?
I'm
Mike
just saying,
Gundy program.
like honestly, like it don't matter. They could go 2-12, 2-10 next year. They not firing that man. Now check this out.
Yeah, you're right.
You go get that Penn State job, and you go 5-7, 6-6,
Yeah, it's gonna be on Zillow.
7-5.
Could
See
be
what I'm
on
saying? So
Zillow.
I do think that like I think that nowadays I think that you hesitate. You like
Okay.
I'm with you, Mac.
I agree.
But they gonna
Especially
call.
if you're having success. But they're going to call and they're going to throw a crazy number at you. Like, I mean, you think Lincoln Riley went from Oklahoma to USC. It's just arguably a lateral move.
Yeah, but that's
So-
blue blood to blue blood. He didn't go from
Yeah,
he didn't go from SMU to USC. You know what I mean? Like that's okay. If you want to, I just cut.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
If I
I'm
can,
sorry.
you're good. You're good. If I can get you, that's what I'm saying. If I can get you to go blue blood to blue blood, I gotta be able to get you to go from tier 2 to blue blood. Can I?
Stability. It's the stability though.
All
Like
right, maybe so.
I guess for me, it's like yes, going from Cincinnati to Penn State, yes, but going from Mizzou, you think about it. Going from Indiana, you think about it. Going from like these even I wouldn't put Ole Miss in that blue blood category. You think
Oh my
about it.
goodness,
Yeah, I
Lane.
wouldn't. But you think about it. I agree, Mac. And I think if you've gotten commitment from all of the people who hired you, everybody you're in dealings with at that university, you got the commitment that you want, and you're riding the right path right now. You don't know if the grass is always green over there, so you definitely have
Good
to.
point.
You definitely have to lock in right now and see, like, man, does this really make sense? And weigh every option before you do something in a in a manner that might not be the best for you if things don't go right. Because when you think about who was the coach before James Franklin, I think who was it?
That was the dark years.
I have no idea.
What's the Houston Texans?
Yeah,
O'Brien. O'Brien
O'Brien.
was in there.
And then before
Slightly
that,
like Bill O'Brien. He was.
yeah.
I mean, a moment took the last names off the jerseys. They sent his to Houston. Who else was it? Somebody else was in there, and then it was Joe Pa. But like some of them
Yeah.
jobs, man, you better get in there right. You better
That's a
get in
good
there
point.
right.
That's a good point. If you've got some commitments, you're winning games. Why go to this devil you don't know? Even though it looks shiny, you just don't know what you're gonna get. I get it. So wait. Oh, go ahead, Jim. What you got?
I'm about to say I think Spoon hit the nail on the head though, because
Mm-hmm.
like I said, never has a team in the middle of the season fired a coach and like gotten better. So like clearly Penn State doesn't care about that at this particular moment. So there's probably some other stuff going on, whether he rubbed somebody the wrong way or I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling y'all right now, when we get off this pod tonight, go look at that Adidas stuff.
You look it
I
up,
could have
man.
been somebody could have played me.
Somebody
Go
could have
look at
got
that
you.
Adidas stuff. Yeah.
I might look into it.
You got to
Well,
find the guy. They got to find the guy right now. They're gonna look for the guy instead of And I think it's gonna have to be some of that guy. It's gonna be a person coming from a university like we were talking about, the ones that's not on the cusp of doing what Drink is doing, not on the cusp of doing what Lane Kiffin is doing. These other schools that are really trending in that positive manner. Now you might find some people there that just go ahead and jump off. I'm gone. Like they give me that
yeah.
money, I'm gone. But I
Yeah.
think that can be alarming too, because the same way. I think those are the people that skip those levels, man. Because I talked to Drink this summer when I took my guys up there for the camp, and I'm like, man, 2 years in a row, 10 wins. I'm looking at him like,
Somebody's gonna come knocking.
ain't nobody else doing that, bro. Like, it's tough, bro. I said, bro, they about to get on you. He said, oh, no, Spoon up. And Missouri has done a job of quietly, closing that room and bringing out getting that John Hancock on something,
You go, stay early. Stay early. So look, before we go, let's talk about predictions for Auburn. Like we said, Auburn is a actually a good team. They're 3-3, but I think we all can agree. I don't think their record is indicative of how well this team can play football with an experienced quarterback in Arnold, who left Oklahoma and now is trying to do his thing there. But at the end of the day, we're 5-1. They're 3-3. Our quarterback has outthrown theirs. The interceptions are about the same. That's kind of scary. But our running back has outrun hit theirs. Even Coleman has, more receiving yards than their receiver does. Actually, it's another Coleman. So I think we have the edge. It's slaying slightly, but we have the edge. So give me your score prediction, J-Mac, of Mizzou versus Auburn.
Man, I think we win. I think we win 31-13. I think that we bring our run game. I think it's back up to par.
Okay.
I believe that defense comes to play. I think that it's competitive early, and I think we kind of take control of the game. But I'm gonna go 31-13.
I actually like that. Against SEC schools, Auburn hasn't scored above 17 points. So
They, they're
I
gonna they're
like
gonna
that.
they're gonna struggle to score the ball.
Yeah, I think that is their issue. So, you know what? Give me 24-10, Mizzou. I think Auburn can't get past 10 points. They ain't done in the past 2 weeks. They're struggling. What you got, Spoon?
Man, we need one of them Iowa whoopings of Wisconsin. We need one of them.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on, we coming up in your stuff, and we beating, so we putting BTA and we trying to hit the plane. We trying to get out of here. I
With the
say
feet.
they will score 10 points. I would love to see us have a nice little 34 34-10. You know, I think that'll be something that we can hang our hat on the road, man, that look real good against a team that we know is a physical football team. But we're a physical football team too. I just hope that our kids can really raise their level of play knowing that they're going from ABC to the SEC network. Hey, it's gonna
It's a difference.
be some fun out there, man. Let's go out there and put it on tape. But let's get them penalties, those drive extending penalties and those drive killing interceptions and all that stuff. We just want to play a clean football game. We play a clean football game. I take my guys against anybody.
Hey, can I give you one more prediction?
Please do.
Before we go, I think that we and also A&M, right? We both win out till we play each other, and game day comes to Columbia, Missouri.
Be back.
That's 2 weeks. That's this weekend, next weekend, or 3 weeks until we play A&M.
Yep, let's do it. Right? We might as well do it.
I like that. We might as well do that.
We might as well do it. And
Hey, I
then
told
game day
y'all,
comes on to Columbia. Come on.
Georgia Tech done crept up in that 12 now.
Yeah. Hey, I don't want to get into the top 12 because it's so late, but Georgia Tech is real. Like, I'm sorry, dog. Indiana is super real. Oh, I can't even believe I'm saying
they
that.
got a pick 6 on Indiana and still got lost by double digits at home.
Dog. I think J-Mac said it last year. I hate to give J-Mac his flowers, but he talked about that coach last year, and I don't think I even knew that man's name. And he was like, I'm telling you, this dude wins, he can coach.
Bro,
look at it, dog.
He got a swag. He's
my
old school Italian. Like,
yes, I
bro,
watched a reel of him today
no
of just things he
games.
says.
He probably cut off hands and break legs. He don't mess around.
Man.
No, he's nice. He's nice. So look, anything else before we break for the night, man? One last thing for Mizzou. What you got for me, Spoon? I know you got something.
And I don't know, man. We ain't hit nobody last week. We hit somebody to kick us out the game. We hit somebody else, we got a penalty. Man, it's time to hit, man. We got to go out there and hit, dog. If we hit, I want to see the linebackers hit. I want to see us empty adjust the right way. There's some things in that game, man, that we kind of left out there, too, on defense, man. Okay. We can't all just put it on both. We got to adjust a little bit better to when the team is confident in what they're doing. Because if you notice, Bama wasn't calling no timeouts. I might have Kodak something. I might have been, hey, man, I see that. Let's line up to that and make them line up in something different. But I just saw a confidence from them that I want to see from our guys. So confidence will be the word of the week for me. And also, hey, you can't cheat the game. You got to practice your butt off if you want to go out there and play well. So it should be a good week in Como, and then we should hit that road in them travel suits with them big shoes. It's going down.
Say, man, what you got? Give me one more thing before we go. We used to have the biggest shoes.
Hey, we need to post some pictures, man. Them track suits, man.
Oh my goodness.
Man, bottoms. No, you know what? It's like for me, man. I'm so confident in what we're doing. Like I'm not hitting the panic button. Like I said, I've said it now for weeks, and honestly, you can go back to last year. I think this is who Kirby is as a play caller. I think that I love the way he calls game. Like I do. I think that our receivers can do a little bit more to help us. I do. But there's no panic button. I think we got a really, really good football team. Here's the deal. We didn't play well offensively. We lost by 3 points to University of Alabama, right? Like
it says a lot.
Who I believe is a top 5 team in really in the nation. And I think we're a top 10 team in the nation. I really do.
But let's talk. Hey, I know I ain't trying to extend this, but
go ahead.
It's the field goal. They got ballsy. And then they played conservative after we kicked the onside kick and let us get back. You know, like we played decent, but I didn't think we played well enough to win. But at the moment, we had the chance to win.
Now, I know you just said not. I think we played well enough defensively to win the ball game.
We did.
I really do. I think when you turn the ball over twice on offense, right? You go. I think we were 1 for 8 at one point on third downs. Like,
yeah, it was bad.
You're not going to win that. Like,
no,
you know what I mean? You're not going to win that. And then, like you said, man, like you know what, I'm, but I'm not hitting the panic button, man. I think we're in really good shape.
It's not time for that.
Really good shape.
We don't need to see Drink call a game yet, do we?
We're in really good shape. Yeah.
That's how he got
I did not like that report that came out that said Kirby was interviewing for jobs in the middle of the week, though. Did not like that report that came out.
Did I miss that?
Kyle Shanahan did that when I was.
Listen. Once again, internet. You gotta watch Twitter now. Hey, listen.
You gotta watch.
somebody, one of my kids showed me a little AI video of me singing a song. Hey,
They can put anything out there.
I've been my Mizzou uniform. They got me singing the dang on song. So you
Well,
gotta watch AI now. But
Mac, you know, and Kevin, you know too. If you CC'd in some emails, you might see some stuff, right?
That's true.
It's a lot of different people working at these universities, man, that are, you know, seeing what's going on, knowing who's in the building, you know, what may be going on behind closed doors. There's a lot of people who know what's going on. So it could be some merit to some of these stories. But then again, I hope that it isn't, because he's a good OC, man. And you know, if anything, I'd be with my brother if I was him. But I mean, I wouldn't be interviewing for no college job. I'd be trying to get the pinnacle. But it is what it is.
Well, let's hope not, man. Look, thank you for the last sign-offs, man. Once again, these are your True Sons, brought to you by the Players Lounge. I am Kevin Rutland, here with Jeremy Macklin, Sean Weatherspoon. Mizzou Nation, y'all have a good night. And we'll see you guys again next week, man. True Sons out.